Hi, my name is Endurance. I'm the Secretary for Student Senate, and I'm here with...
Matthew. I'm the chair of the Revere High School Student Senate.
Amazing. Thank you for joining us today, Matthew. First of all, could you just give our viewers a breakdown of Student Senate?
So Student Senate is a governmental body within the Revere High School student body. We're elected through both elections within the Senate, but also we're elected and referred by guidance counselors and teachers, mostly to get a group that is a really good representation of the student body.
So what is the role of Student Senate like within the school?
The role of Student Senate is that when we look at a lot of things like class officers, class presidents, secretaries, etc., we see that they're a lot more focused on fundraising for events like prom and different things like that, but we wanted to be a force for change so we can actually look and work with administrators to find where problems within the school are and try and look at policy to try and change those.
Amazing. So I know Student Senate was just recently revived this year after COVID, so can you talk about how that's been so far?
I think it's been a tremendously important thing with moving past COVID, because a lot of what we find in the school is that the culture really isn't there, and the places that we see that culture is in things like sports teams or theater, and we wanted to create this as a way first to create the sense of community within the Senate, but use our work to create that sense of community over the entire student body.
That's incredible. So as the year comes to a close, are there any big accomplishments that you're hoping the Student Senate?
I would just highlight all the hard work we've been doing throughout our committees, such as the great mental health website that's going to be going out, the student engagement committee with their murals. Scheduling has made a lot of improvement with getting different languages that might be able to be offered in the fall, as well as trying to extend high school opportunities to middle schoolers. And then with student engagement, there's been a lot of work trying to deconstruct a lot of what the confusion that's going around between staff and students and working to remedy that.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course, thank you.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm one of the representatives of the School, Spirit, and Student Engagement Committee.
Amazing. It's nice to meet you, Sarah. What is your main objective for your committee?
The main objective we have right now is to beautify the school, as well as unite and create a community between the students and the teachers.
That's amazing. What are you working on right now?
Right now we're mostly working on murals and beautifying the school. We are trying to get the mural ideas from freshmen, sophomore, junior, and seniors, and they will be getting like certain areas of the school to paint their murals and like to paint what identifies them.
What was your inspiration for this project?
Our inspiration was to unify students and like to give them an opportunity so they can voice like what they really want to see in the school, and to just improve it.
That's amazing. What are your hopes moving forward?
Our hopes is to finish the murals. We are still trying to get the opinions from other classes, but we're halfway there. And if that's not possible, then we're still planning on doing that during the summer. We just have to get that over with the principal.
Anything else you'd like to share with the students or staff? Any events you'd like to promote?
There's a possibility that during the summer there will be a grant that will allow us to come in and start painting the murals around the school, which would also, there is also an opportunity to get community service hours for the people that will come and help.
Okay, amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Santi, and I'm the student representative for the student staff subcommittee.
Amazing. So what is your main objective in your committee?
So the main objective that we have as a committee is to be able to like figure out and identify problems that students, believe they have with their teachers, as well as teachers like problems that they see in their students, and like try to figure out ways to aid like the problems in order to create like a better school community and better like relationships between students and teachers.
That's incredible. What did you observe happening between students and teachers that inspired you to create this committee?
Honestly, I had just been seeing like, as well as myself as well as other kids in my committee, we were just noticing a lot of like students skipping class and going like not going to class, going to the hallways, just hanging out with their friends rather, doing what they're supposed to be doing in school. And we kind of were curious about what the problem was and see if we could do anything to help it.
That's amazing. What are your hopes moving forward?
We hope to be able to, like I mentioned earlier, identify a problem and be able to talk with students in a way that can bring us all together, as well as solve the problem, that we've identified.
So as the year comes to a close, what do you guys hope to accomplish before the year ends?
So we have a plan on creating these kind of circle discussions between staff and students, kind of talking things out and seeing what students can put on their part to be able to help solve the problem, as well as teachers can do on their part. So we want to have those done before the end of the year.
I love that. Thank you.
Of course.
My name is Endurance. I'm the Secretary for Student Senate, and I'm here with...
Iman, I'm the student representative for the Mental Health Committee.
Amazing. Iman, what is your main objective for your committee?
So we're trying to provide mental health resources for students, usually through programs like MGH, the FEM club that we have at our school, our restorative practice group, and self-help.
That's incredible. How have you been finding your resources so far?
So we've been reaching out, usually via email or through in-person interviews of people who represent these clubs like MGH and restorative practice to basically get a better understanding of how their resources work.
What are your hopes moving forward?
We hope to launch our mental health website, which will be accessible to all of the students in Revere, or Revere High School, I should specify, and that way that they can get a more mainstream line to resources for their mental health.
I love that. With the year coming to an end, what are your plans for the end of the year? What do you hope to accomplish before the year ends?
Like I said, launching our website, making sure that students are aware that this is an extra help or a resource that they can basically utilize throughout their 4 years at RHS.
That's wonderful. Is there anything else you'd like to share with students or staff, or any events that you'd like to promote?
Yeah, I highly encourage anyone who is aware of any resources that they think could benefit our community to reach out to us and let us know so that we can streamline it to all of our students here at RHS.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Iman.
Thank you.
So Endurance, we're in different spots now, right?
Yeah, my name is Endurance. I'm one of the committee heads for the school scheduling committee for Student Senate.
Cool. Can you tell us a little bit more about your main objective?
Our main objective is to find opportunities that better students within the school schedule.
That's great. So tell us about, your work on expanding the language program.
Yeah, so we're trying to get more languages that are accessible to students to be able to take. We want the languages that are being taught at the high school to formally represent the student body and, languages that students are actually interested in.
So I know you're doing some work with middle schoolers. Could you tell us a little bit more about that, the hopes you have with that?
Yes, so our work with the middle schoolers is we're currently trying to have our STEM and Writing Center fellows go down to the middle schools to sort of help teach them and give them more challenging work. And the reason we're trying to do this is we just want, because since the honors program has been eliminated, we want to challenge students that require a more rigorous curriculum and that would like a more rigorous curriculum. And so that's just our hope with this right now.
That's fantastic. So is there anything else you would like to add?
I just hope that students are interested in what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish, especially middle schoolers, because this will greatly benefit the 8th graders for next year. So that's really it.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you.